Hello everybody, it's your boy the Almighty One coming at you with another video. This is for TikTok and YouTube. Before I get right into it, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to do what needs to be done. Please smash the like because they get the video circulated all over YouTube and social media for your enjoying pleasure. Then get right into it. Okay, now, apparently the Eagles have gotten back from Tampa Bay probably yesterday, and they are now, from what I've been told from reports, that they are now in the locker room at the NovaCare complex, cleaning out their lockers. Um, I can only imagine what the locker room feels like at this particular time. Probably a lot of players not talking to each other, you know what I'm saying, after having a frustrating season. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy for this team to exit out the playoff like this on a 32-9 loss to Tampa Bay. Not being prepared. I mean, I can imagine a lot of this is on their minds. I can imagine, because you don't know what's going to happen between now and after the Super Bowl, because we all know March is free agency. Free agency kicks off in March, and I think players become free agency after I think when March comes. I think it's like the second week of March. I think that's when players become free agents, and that's when teams can sign who they want to sign. They also call it a tampering period, where guys that are free agents currently, teams can tamper with contracts and give guys either releasing papers or let them sign with other teams. All the above. That is what's going to happen in March, but that's another time, another day. I'll think about that some other time. But this is about what's going on now, currently in the league locker room. And I also heard that Nick Sirianni is in the front office with Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie. I can imagine what's going to be talked about up there, because this team stunk throughout the entire season. Nick Sirianni constantly and Brian Johnson constantly talking about getting this team back on the winning roll. Talk about the offense and talk about this team got to get better, or most of them saying we're only scratching the surface. We haven't found our identity yet. This team haven't had an identity since the beginning of the season, and they played like shit all season. Week 1 was the beginning of it all. I mean, it's like there was no changes. They ain't try to add no running back screens, always tight end and wide receiver screens, which teams have caught on to. No motion in the offense. When Hurst was seeing pressure coming to his face, there was no mass protection. They only used 5 down offensive linemen, and you know when team bring 5 defensive linemen or 4 linemen and 2 linebackers, you only can block those 5. So I mean, there gonna be 1 or 2 free rushes coming in the man's face. So this is what the Eagles faced all season, starting with the New England Patriots in Week 1. You would have thought you would have made changes there, and better yet, the changes still would have made. Even though we lost the game, even though we beat Miami still had some free rushes. So if you look at from Week 1 to the end of the season, teams have been sending 1 or 2 extra rushes in Hurst's face. This man have been sacked more times this season than he had in the 2 years he's been in the NFL. So all that is a situation. All that. I mean, we can talk about all the negatives we want. But the simple fact is, this team got to get better. We need a better coaching staff on defense side of football. I was talking to a guy earlier about 30 minutes ago. We were talking about football, and we were discussing the offense and defensive as a whole. Now, you know what make it so strange? Michael Clayton, the Eagles special teams coordinator, this guy was supposed to get fired this offseason. Last offseason. And he turned the entire special teams around. The Eagles have had a special team, good special teams since I forgot that dude's name. He came in through Chip Kelly, and the Eagles kept him on staff, and he was with Doug Peterson, and he wanted to win the Super Bowl ring, and now he left Eagles and went to Detroit. I'm not sure if he's at Detroit now or not. I really don't know. But I forgot that dude's name. But he been gone from the Eagles for the past 3 or 4 years now. Um, it's just the air in that room. I can imagine how thick it is, and if it's that thick, that means that you can't use your hands to break it in. You got to cut it with a knife. That's probably how thick it is in that room. I mean, I can imagine the tension going on up there in Jeffrey Lurie's office with Harry Roseman and Nick Sirianni because Nick's not the head coach. So you know they're gonna have a talk with him. They probably gonna have a talk with him about the changes, what he planned, what he wants to make, what he planned to do. I just hope he got the right answers because if he don't, he's gonna get fired. And this is a guy who took the Eagles to the Super Bowl in his second year in the league. On to think of this bad this season. So it's crazy. It's really crazy. So I'm hoping something get done because I didn't hear a report that Hurts want him out. Want Sirianni gone. He wants Nick Sirianni out. He wants him out because he don't like the chemistry. They had great chemistry at first, and then they lost the chemistry. Probably in the probably in the San Francisco game. Probably that game alone. It may be the reason that probably when the disconnect started. It might have started in Buffalo, but I think San Francisco when the disconnect actually begun. So, and the offense have been playing stanky all season, but it got worse after the San Fran game. You lost to San Fran, you lost to the New York Jets early in the season, but that's the first half of the season, over the second half of the season. You lost to San Fran. After beating Buffalo, after beating Kansas City and Buffalo, then you wound up losing to San Fran. You wound up losing to the Cowboys. You wound up losing to the Seattle Seahawks. You won the Giants game. Giants game, one game you won in that 3-game losing streak, only to lose to the Cardinals and New York Giants again. So that's 5 of 6 losses add up in that first half. How can you go from 10-1 to 1-5 the rest of the season, and then to get stanking in the playoffs against Tampa Bay, losing 32-9 when you played them early in the year when you ran the ball, but Tampa Bay got better and they contained the run, but the Eagles got out of the run. Wow. I can imagine how thick it is up there in that office right now. I can imagine because Nick Sirianni is going to be given one more chance if he come out talking something different. Because if he doesn't, he gone. And that going to be a whole new reshift in the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff. A lot of players already want this man gone. They already want him gone. So he's more likely not to leave, but it depends on what he says to Lurie and Howard to convince them to stay. If it turns out wrong anyway, he's out. Then you got to find a new coaching staff, like I said. So this is where it boils down to. The team, the players, all packed their bags. They're leaving, and I can imagine them not saying a word to nobody or to each other. They may have said bye and then went on about their business, maybe, but we don't know. The situation is in Jeffrey Lurie's office. That's where the situation begins. Question is he going to set everything the right way, or is he going to set everything the wrong way and get out? We'll see in the coming days. So, without any further ado, I am out of here. You guys enjoy your Wednesday, and I'm gonna try my best to enjoy mine because I'm supposed to have returned to work today, but it's snow outside, so we're not able to. It is one of them days. I'm out of here. Peace.